So, did everyone enjoy their stay? 'Cause I did. Also, I might have fixed the audio thing. Because, man, even rewatching that video, I'm like, damn, this bitch is quiet. Will the ice cream van go away? There's an ice cream van out there and it keeps jingle jangling. Who put this ice cream van out there? Lollafan, I see you lurking. Stop watching an ad and tell me how well the audio is mixed. This particular intro is particularly loud, so maybe it's a bad representation. Because it's just like noticeably loud. Here, you know what? Fine. Begin with memories. I was there. I remember. God, ice cream man. I know you're doing a service to this fucking people, but go away. I don't want you bleeding into my audio, which I think I've solved anyway. It's ice cream man. Oh yeah. And we should be able to skip cutscenes now. Oh yeah. Yeah. Skip cutscenes. Oh yeah. Hey Lollafan, how's the audio mixed? I mean, we kind of need to wait for the game to go, but... Alright, how do I make it? How do I skip? How do I skip? Where's the skip button? I was told there was a skip button. Okay, I guess. I was told there was a skip text button. I'm wondering where that is, frankly. Apparently hitting L and R is also an advanced text button. Fun fact. Not a skip button. I know, Lollafan. Don't worry. I don't want to, though. That's the important distinction. That's why in the Discord it's listed under a bunch of question marks. This is not helping popcorn. So is this weird popcorn shaking sound effect completely fine? Everyone know we've seen the intro to the game. I want to be able to skip it. How do I skip? Like text. That was like a big thing. How do I like not be here? You know, do we need to look at the fucking controls? Oh, we're looking live on stream. How do I skip text? What are my buttons? We got up. We got C, Z, A, S. Lid is disabled. But no, I've been hitting everything. It's just, you're just shit out of luck there, bucko. I guess it'll be after this, assumedly. I mean, people. I mean, we've seen the intro. Imagine not watching the VOD, Ants. Tisk tisk. Yes, I did. Alcorn. Also, we're playing 999, and we're not talking about that right now. Hey, Ants, tell me how to skip text, because guess what? I don't actually do that. Don't look up anything. Ninja, you're not late. I'm late, technically. So, like I had posted in the Discord, every time I do a playthrough of this game, and you guys get an ending that isn't the true ending, I'm gonna give you one hint. And it's gonna be a simple one, but it is definitively a hint. The first hint I'm gonna give is that I think the first door we went to, I think we went through door 4 the first time. I think it was like 486, I believe, was our path. Maybe it was 586. I don't remember. I think it was actually 586. We never need to go through that first door again. So the first door that led to the safe, which was the casino kind of area. It led to the casino, but it was like the first class cabin with the safe, with Snake and Santa. We never need to go there again. That's the hint. Because every single ending in the game can now be obtained through door 4. The only one that is unique to door 5, we actually just got. The only way to get the safe ending was actually to specifically go in the order 586. It's the only way to do it. All the other endings in the game, with the exception of the true ending, can be done a variety of ways. But the safe ending and the true ending require a specific combination to go through. I'm still waiting for the game to give me the option to fucking skip text, by the way. The game will not let me skip text yet. Like, it was like its whole thing is the fact that when you beat the game, you're able to skip text. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Oh yeah, tell me how well the audio is mixed. We can't really test it now because there's no music playing, but is the audio mixed better now? Because I think I found a solution to the game being quiet. Because it wasn't on my end, and it was already cranked to max in the OBS. I just fucked with the actual hard audio mixing in the DS emulator itself. Yeah, sounds alright, that's good. Because I went back to watch that last VOD, and it was kind of quiet. But, oh yeah, forewarning. Even, like, when we beat this game, and obviously not before then, do not look up anything about this game. Because this game actually has 2 sequels. And unlike a lot of other games, this game has sequels. So even just looking up basic stuff like a character in this game will spoil you on stuff in future games if you're interested. I remembered that the hard way by looking up like a certain character in this game. I'm like, oh shit, that's a thing from the second game. Better not have people look at that. So I'm gonna drop that reminder when we beat the game, but even when we do it, don't. Thanks. I'm not saying you can't, but if you're like me, and when I beat a game, I'm immediately like, to the Wikipedia, I'm gonna learn everything. Don't do that! Please! That's how this game has sequels. Oh, jeez. There's 2 more. There's 3 games in the Zero Escape series. Virtue's Last Result. Virtue's Last Reward is the next game, and that's the good one. Who doesn't remember this fucking fun puzzle? Isn't it great? Look at me having a voice act here in a little bit. So how'd you guys like your respective endings? Didn't you guys have fun? It was fake. I got it! If I pull off these sheets and then shove them in the window, maybe that'll stop the water. Alright, window, let's see how you like this. Oh, that's not gonna happen. I don't think we saw that dialogue. I'm gonna be skipping old dialogue because the game gives you a built-in feature to skip old, like, pointless dialogue. But I can't, for some reason, do that, and I don't know why. Like, I've hit, like, all of the buttons, and the game is not letting me skip dialogue. Like, I'm in a puzzle section, and obviously I can't skip it here. I'm just assuming maybe, like, once we're out of the tutorial puzzle, then I'll be able to skip dialogue? I'm not sure. Because I clicked the obligatory New Game Plus, continue with memories. Because, you know, it's New Game Plus. Every button does jack diddly squat. I can save. Sure, I guess. Just soft reset the DS. That'll do him. That'll do it to him. Definitely not space, because that's the save button. Ah, shit. Fucked it up. It's still weird seeing Junpei. Like, because we just never see him in normal dialogue. Which is actually something that I think is different, because this game actually got a re-release on the iOS, making this a mobile game. But, in that, they format... Give me a second. They format text very slightly differently, and so you get to see Junpei's face a lot more. Actually, there's the one other thing they did, which was they added one new ending to the iOS version, but I can't really talk about that one yet. I'll run down what that ending is when it's not a spoiler, you know? Yeah, there's one new ending in the iOS version. I've never actually seen it played out, but I'm like, that's cool. I mean, I'll show you guys what's up there and then, like, getting there, you know? But, like, there's a certain thing I need to, like, show, the boys, before I, you know, talk about that. Because I don't think you guys would appreciate me being... Anyway, here's the detail of every ending in the game. Where's the UFO ending? Did you know that if you start New Game Plus, you get the unique item that you get in the fucking locked box in this goddamn chest? Use the 3 key items that have now spawned in throughout the map. You can contact UFOs and you'll get to talk to the previous game's protagonist, but speaking in Spanish. Also, there's aliens. Spoilers, by the way. I think we know the intro. We don't know what happened to Junpei. He was in his house, and then he got fucking drugged. He got roofied, but with gas. Yeah. We know. It is not the hold A button play, which is annoying. Yeah, it's not the hold any of the buttons play. Oh, thank you. It'll be good when we're able to finally start skipping dialogue, because well, it should immediately just jump to whenever there's new dialogue, because obviously there'll be major and minor changes. A lot of the early game will play out the same, but a lot of the late game will start being vastly different. Because, I mean, picking one door differently will make things different. Picking 2 doors differently will make things very different, and then, you know, it's a spiraling effect. Thanks, Jigsaw. I'm even doing this puzzle optimally, too. I just immediately grabbed all the things I needed. You just have to watch that cutscene when you get the red key. Where was the, like, cheat sheet? Like one fucking bed, and I wanted the damn beds. Or maybe it was down here. Screwdriver. Oh yeah, it's the back of the fucking... This is the DS version. Of course it's the DS version. There's 2 screens. That's the version this game came out on. The iOS version was a re-release. And the sequel to this game is on the 3DS, which is gonna make streaming that game, like, impossible. Yikes. Alright, Ninja, better start getting crack-a-lackin' on that whole being able to stream 3DS things. Yeehaw, buddy boy. Oh my god, it's hold right. Fuck, you're so right. Damn it. I was gonna... Ah, fuck, you're so right. God damn it. I thought I wouldn't be able to fast forward until, like, the first puzzle shit was over. Okay, this is... top left, bottom right. That's 7, 7, 4, 8, 7, 4, 8, 5. Oh, look at him go. Yeah. I know I'm particularly a stickler for spoilers that a lot of you guys aren't, but like this game, like really, you know, I don't think there's a game I could probably sell more of the. Please don't spoil yourself for this game. It is 0, 2, 6. Shit, was I reading that right? Oh shit, no. Oh fuck, I'm stupid. I'll just do it again. 0, 2, 6. Oh no, I was doing it right. I just second guessed myself. 0, 2, 6, 3. Fuck am I? Yeehaw! The file system is way bigger in the sequel. The sequel gives you a shitload of files that you can read up on your own time to give you supplementary information. Because the sequel is way more of a puzzle game. You can see this game is like a little bit more on the visual novel side. The game sequel keeps the same level of visual novel-y shit. Okay, is it not? Do I need to try both? Do I need to read the fucking Junpei? No. The Junpei. Need to read the damn note. There you go. 1, 2, 8, 6, 1, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. 2, 3. 2, 8, 6. No. I'm a winner. I'm so good at this game's main mechanic, aren't I? Can I leave now? Thanks. Oh yeah, look at him go. That's what we like to see. Hey, remember all these characters? Remember how like the 9th dude dies? Why is he spamming random numbers? I was trying to get a 5. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna get there eventually. But, you know, this is the second game. Oh yeah, no, we need to go through door 4. Never go through door 5 again. We never need to go in there again. Bang, 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 bang. But yeah, no, this game's sequel is so much more of a puzzle game. This game's sequel gives you, a notepad that specifically persists through save slots, just so that way you can write something down and never have it delete, so that way you don't have to use real in-game pen and paper. Just in case. So that way you can keep notes on like every single puzzle in the game if you ever go back to them. Because this game, or the sequel of this game, is way more of an actual puzzle that you need to like write things down. We're playing Myst all over again, baby. You better start jotting. Oh, trust me, I used a lot of notes for this game's sequel. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little stupid. A lot of the time. But that's just how it be. You can see just how much dialogue we can fly through when it's just the introduction of the game. Hey guys, it's Ace, it's your boy. Most people, and in fact, they actually showed off a neat thing because I took such good notes. There was a little Easter egg they hid in like one of the credits, or maybe on the wiki page, or talk about like what the devs talked about. And because I had all the fucking notes written down, I was able to go back into my notes and see some hidden messages. It's pretty cool. Hey, remember when this happened? Now, just like I said with Junpei, his codename would have been Star. I do not remember if the 9th man ever got a codename. Because everyone just calls him the Ninth Man, you know? Bam. Bulky ass doors. Literally doesn't matter. Hey, look at this new dialogue. I can't skip this. Think you could give me a hand here? I was a little too on the doors, but the mood was still grim. Well, Snake and Seven lifted their left hands silently, trying things just a little differently. I'm having some fun. And now I can't skip text anymore because I did this to myself. Why did I do this? There we go. You can see just how short the new dialogue actually was. And that's what I'm saying. Some of the dialogue options do things. Some of them don't. I'm not telling you which one's which. You'll have to figure that out on your own. I mean, except for that one. That one's kind of a freebie. That one, a lot of these early ones don't mean shit. Pick the objectively right answer. Once we go through a door and start seeing new dialogue, then we'll, you know, take back control. The sequel also does this kind of thing way better. In the sequel, you can literally just jump straight to a point of the game. Like, if you wanted to see what happens right after you go through door 4, but before you've gone through the second set of doors, you can literally just jump straight there. You can literally start the game from the which door do you want to go in, like, dialogue option. It's so much more efficient. But then again, that game has 29 endings, so yeah, alright, kind of justified. This game, if you do it right, has 2. Yeah, this game has a bare minimum. That game has a fucking billion. And which one's the true ending? I ain't telling you shit. Spoilers. Alright, boys. Decision making. What door do we want to go through? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That's the hint again. Never go through door 5 because there's literally nothing relevant beyond that door anymore. Yeah, door 4. Side of the door 4 would be fine. He would go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. Why had Junpei even considered doing otherwise? He'd be there for June. For Akane, Kurashiki. That seemed good. He felt it was the right choice to make. I mean, no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her something more than just a friend from his childhood. He watched the other 4 walk toward their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and Seven. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands, one by one, on the scanner panel of the red. But yeah, Clover and Snake dart together for this one. That's way better. He grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. He turned over. Oh, shit. You know one thing that we are letting them do, though? Ace already is gaining access to the Ninth Man's bracelet. Because we're sending him through door 1. His face tight with determination, he turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. Goodbye. Be careful. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open. Mouth of a great, hungry beast. Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the Ninth Man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and Seven hesitated. Body was not a pleasant thing. Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood. You intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? Snake had not even bothered to turn around. The other 3 steeled themselves and stepped through the door. swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companion scrambled to the door. They pressed their ears to it in an attempt to hear what might be taking place on the other side. It's beeping. Just like before. Probably sound of the detonator or the bracelet. You think they're okay? June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. 7. Hey, there it is! That's gotta be the dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate! Far distance authentication. The beeping stopped. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door. Looks like it stopped. Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own. Hey, guys, are you doing alright over there? I heard Seven's voice, but wouldn't hurt to be sure. Yep, we're fine. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever. Oh hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just the red. Authenticating is the same too. Awesome, thanks, that helps a lot. Probably move on now. You be careful out there. Roger that. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed toward door 4. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Four asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around. You guys ready? Also, weird fun fact. This is the first time we've been in a puzzle room that didn't have only 3 people. That's a dirty lie. I forgot about Ace, Santa, and June. But June wasn't there because she was dying, so never mind. Yeah, sure. Let's go. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red. Alright, let's go. With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Run! The 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist. In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash. Hello, Sonora! The detonator's countdown had begun. In a long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists. Also, hi, Scion. Welcome to a new timeline. Hope you watched the VOD, boy. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now. They were committed. If they could not find the device to activate their detonators. Hey, what the hell is the where the hell's the dead? How would I know? Don't give me that crap. Start looking. I already am. They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was their key to salvation. The hallway they'd found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, hey, Lotus lived in the last timeline, don't step to me, boy. If they'd taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors led to cabins. Tell me the dead is in one of these rooms. Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are? Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them? Ah, fuck. Wasn't time to count them to be sure. Junpei ran to the nearest door. He grabbed the knob and shook it hard. Wouldn't open. Didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. He turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears. Shit, this one's no good. Same here. It's not moving. June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. Small red light. It flashed at him dimly from the end of the hallway. That's it. Over there. 81 seconds. Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran. Hey, how many more seconds do we have? How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds. I know that, goddammit. I'm asking you how many seconds we have left. Likely Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that were true. See foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them. Hurry! Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his head against the scanner panel. The other three quickly followed suit. Can you imagine if the technology was a little finicky and it takes like 2 or 3 attempts for you to actually authenticate? With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever down. Looks like it stopped. His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaten on his forehead. So that entire section had music playing. How well was the audio mixed? This is the key thing I was trying to find out. Could you guys actually hear the music that time? As well as various other sound effects. Was I? Because before I've even watched the last VOD, I've been trying to figure out a way to make it better, and I think I might have fixed it, but I'm not sure. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around. At the end of the hallway lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set in the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones. They all needed inspecting, but Junpei began with the largest of the 3, the double doors. Many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Perhaps corrected himself. A lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei, or anyone else, passage. Near the handle was a small keyhole. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved into the brass. Mail? Wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him. No, that's not the symbol for mail. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically they're the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system. Sun. Saturn. We never found a sun key now that I think about it. Like, maybe it's because we never went through door 2. I don't think we ever found what was through sun. I think we got all the... Actually, now that I think about it, we never saw what was through door 1 either. The only thing that was really mattered about the last possible chunk was the fact that, hey guys, we found the 9 doors. Fuck all this other garbage, and we just left. The Earth. At least that's what I'm assuming. So this isn't the man symbol, it's the symbol from Mars? I think so, yeah. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He'd gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. Only a moment to catch his breath again. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open. That must mean... we only have 2 more doors. Let's examine the door on either side of the large double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. Junpei figured they were probably room numbers. The door on the left, B92. The door on the right proclaimed that it led to B93. Alright, let's open them. Yeah. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob for that. The door that said room 92. Had to move to the door, room 93. Made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. 1, 2, 3! In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa. Hey, it opened. Yeah, it did. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. They had not expected the doors to yield so easily. Lotus' calm voice broke through their thoughts. Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet. She headed for room 93, Lotus continued. Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. Junpei and June search the other one. Alright. Okay. Puzzle time! Hope you guys are ready. Dude, I've been listening to the 999 OST for proof! There it is! And I gotta say, it's weird hearing songs that I've been listening to for a while now actually playing in their respective context in game. This game's OST is outstanding. Face looks expensive. Wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? It's kind of weird looking picture. You think it's an abstract painting or something? Looks kind of like a demon with an elephant nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I might find out a little more about what goes on in there. All right, it's music time. Woo! I've been waiting for this time, baby. Oh yeah. What are you keeping track of? Give us your thought process, my dude. We got puzzles. Is this not a door? Yeah, no, I was gonna say, there's like a door right there. Oh. Okay. That's the bathroom wall. There's square tiles all over it. The little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. Shower once, so I know. Just a shower head. Nothing special about it. It's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Dumpy, do you think there might be something on the shower curtain? Well, maybe. Want to try closing it? Doesn't seem to be anything here. Yeah, you're right. Let's put it back. Shower curtains, huh? Try closing it. Oh, yeah. That load of nothing, that's what that is. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Okay. Yeah, why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. Yeah, why were we here? No, game, don't you. Why does it put me in the shower? Why is the default position of the bathroom inside of the shower? I got matches. The box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June. Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now? Yes, feeling fine. June certainly looked fine. Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds. Seemed her fever really had gone down. Are you worried about me? Yeah, I guess I am. Hey, come on, it's not like that. Yeah, I am concerned about you. Or, hey man, yo, whoa there, buddy. Whoa there, buddy. It's not like I care about you, Baka. And then he... Don't be a dick, the option. Yeah, I guess I am. June blushed and giggled. By the way, Jumpy? How'd you end up here? Oh yeah, we're 100%. We fucking Ninja. Ninja, that is the game plan. That is the end goal. If we're not out of here, fucking, then that is a fail state. Bad ending. Oh, we ain't fucking. Restart the game. Oh, we fuck. What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I? There's a man in the gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-deck. Yeah, that's it.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No! Why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know? Yes, Scion, would you be still down to fucking if June was 0?
You mean, like, the number of men I've dated?
Yubi's heart stumbled over itself.
You want to know?
He had to admit he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him. Only 18! What?
Times 0.
I guess I just haven't messed Mr. Right yet. She breathed. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
You do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't even seen each other since elementary school.
You nodded, and for a few moments she had a faraway look of someone deep in thought. Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have This must have something to do with a classmate of ours.
Got any idea who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal.
The janitor, the lunch lady?
I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know. June went back, searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school.
Anything strange that happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain.
That's a table. The display case. And there's nothing to be displayed. There's nothing being displayed. How sad.
It's like the drawers are empty too.
Ah.
Jumpy, what are you doing? I don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa.
That's quitter talk. You're just not optimizing your time right, frankly. A light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting. How about the pillows? Look, there's 2 pillows right next to each other.
Oh, they fucking?
No? Huh? What's up? You're turning red.
Man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that.
Huh?
Hey, seriously, are you really okay?
This isn't a painting. Is it a map?
Looks like a map of the ship's interior.
Oh, this is a great find. Yeah, like, he at least has, like, a totally justifiable line of logic. Hers immediately goes to the gutter, and he's just actually being concerned as, like, total different wavelengths. We at least know his line of logic. She is thirsty. We fucking, and we're not even the one who initiated. It'd be really useful. Let's take it with us. Ooh. Yuppie took one last look at the map and then slid it into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
The ship's bigger than I thought.
It's probably around 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
You remember what Zero said?
April 14th, 1912. Famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. Remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It sank beneath the waves of the water.
North Atlantic, right? You think that maybe the boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
Huh? It's a good point. Doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason. Moment to look around the room. You think this boat is a replica of the Titanic or the actual Titanic itself? We found it. We're in Atlantis. I knew it. We're actually mer people. We've been injected with water-breathing DNA. Everything is underwater and we just can't see it. We've been fools this whole time. Remember, we're beyond the point where decisions don't matter anymore. At least the ones I'm telling you about. Seven did talk about the gigantic, but we don't know if he was even right. He had no actual evidence other than a empty theory. Replica. What a reveal. Shit, sorry guys, I spoiled the whole game. We're actually fucking merfolk. Yeah. Replica. So, replica of the Titanic? Replica? Yeah. You know, like a copy of the actual boat. Who on earth would make something like that? Fans. Crazy Titanic fans. No way! Do you even know how much money that would take? Idea. All they gotta do is break even, you know? Break even? Yeah. They could use it as a cruise ship. I'm aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. No, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with. You really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past? Yes, 100%. I would want to. That's cool. The site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you get cursed just for going. Curse, huh? I mean, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff. I do, or that's a load of bullshit. It's fucking garbage. Get this shit out of my face. I don't know, dude. Bro, we're fucking cursed. It's my stream. Everything's cursed. Hey, I guess no one else want to chime in? Alright, I guess. Going once, going twice, I do. Oh, well, guess so, to a certain extent. We're gonna yes all the way to the bedroom. Junpei scratched his temple. What about you? Nah, I guess that's kind of a dumb question. I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic. What? Curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that. Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amon-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. Ooh. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that? One? This game's text boxes are fucking with me. You're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse? That's right! June's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy. A mummy, the priestess. Supposedly she was special. What do you mean? Well, supposedly she was really pretty. Pretty? Yes. But she was a mummy. That's right. She wasn't at all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She looked just like she was when alive. Oh, I get it. It's a kind of, I don't know, I don't remember the name, where your body turns into some kind of wax. If a dead body's put in the right sort of environment, the fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And yes, saponification, but that's not what it was. Huh? That's not it. She wasn't wax. Well, then what is it? They say that she was frozen. What? Frogification. Frozen? That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she'd told him. Ice that wouldn't melt even in the desert? Could such a thing really exist? No. But even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it? The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. He'd eaten his ice cream too fast. This is now World of Horror. Talk about curses, literally impossible events. June's throwing some curveballs at us. If we're going straight to the bedroom route, then we're gonna have to deal with some shit.
It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know?
Throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little I'm a little nervous right now.
We did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, do you want to take a shower together?
Whoa! Whoa! Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. Man, we never hung out with June in our first playthrough. This bitch is thirsty, dude. And you were not expecting this turn of character. You all thought, oh, she's the obligatory childhood damsel in distress demure. Nah, this bitch thirsty.
A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. It's a dresser. There's nothing on top.
That's actually called a vanity.
This is the mirror for the dresser.
And now she's playing with her hair. She realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress.
Yes, there is. Who?
What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
Forget it, Jumpy.
Okay, now you're being dense.
Key. You think that it's the key to the dresser?
No. I'm inside. Don't look at the fucking bottle of water. Fuck this.
Jumpy, where are you going?
I was thinking going over to Lotus's room.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that?
Well, no. Come back soon.
Sure thing. Leave the rest to you.
Sure. Leave it to me.
And off to the other room. Love the audio, Chunky. Isn't that great? There's a square tile in this frame.
It's glued in there quite well. I don't think you can take it out.
Hey guys, we're forgetting we had a second half of this puzzle. There are two other people here. Also who may be thirsty. We're not sure yet. There's like a valuable vase. Empty though. Seems to be a room on the left side of the vase. Ooh. Yes, because I already knew about it.
This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles.
There's a little shelf for putting soap on. Whoa, look! Junpei! There's a mushroom growing out of the wall. Fantasy showerhead.
That's the shower knob. I tried turning it, but no water comes out.
Anything in the toilet? Guess not. Tank's empty too.
Some toilet paper.
We've got 2 rolls, I guess. Toilet fucking sucks. There's shit in there.
A round wooden table. Wow, this is very nice wood.
So, big deal. There's something on top of it. And a nice wood.
Candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy.
Hey, I got some bitches with that. I know, if I use these candles to light the candle to light the matches. So you lit the candle.
I'm sure it'll be light in dark places when all the lights go out.
Oh, this is a display case. Check it out, these plates and shit are really expensive. Wanna take a look? Okay.
This tile. I think I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Kinda looks like the one we saw in the other room. Ooh, can't stupid thing open. Locked? Yeah, it looks that way. We need to find the key that opens it. I did it. Damn, guess that's the wrong key. Oh, well that means there's gotta be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't gonna be able to open this thing. Are you telling me we cannot just get violent? Because I'm about it. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. Junpei, I don't mean to pry, but you lit that candle so we could check that room over there, right? Yeah, I never checked here before, but this room back here, very clearly lit, right? No, it's actually supposedly pitch fucking black in there. I mean, it's dark, you know. Yeah, so... Well, you need to take it with you then, otherwise there's not really much point to lighting it. Awesome. Light of this candle, maybe we could take a look around over there. It's so hot when I hold it. Put it down. Well, why don't you just set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there, at least it won't fall over. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Hey, pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Dresser drawer, it's locked. Why would it not auto-select my other item? Good question. Yes, it worked! Hello there, my son. My boy. That's a strange design. Is it ceramic? Doesn't look like there are any puzzles in it. This is the mirror for the dresser. Damn straight. Nothing weird about it, though. Shit, it's spooky in here. Curtain, huh? Oh, it's got all these metal rings, probably, so you could hang it from something, you know? Yes, but it doesn't look like a normal curtain. The way it feels, I think it's probably waterproof. We should make this a shower curtain. Shower curtain, huh? Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out. We should go see. Candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? Top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. It's a key. Part of the candlestick where the candle goes looks like a key. A key, huh? I think I ran into a lock I couldn't open earlier. There we do. Alright, pull that shit open! God damn it, game. This looks pretty expensive. Some pieces of expensive looking ceramic and porcelain in here. And what we came for, it's another plate. Not one for eating, though. Hey, Junpei, you got a minute? Zant had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start. Here, take this. Zant pulled something out of his pocket. Looks like a bookmark. A 4-leaf clover in it. What is this? Found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured I might as well hang on to it. Anyway. Then why don't you hold on to it? And I gave him a wry smile. You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Faith, love, and luck? Damn straight. And you hate these things? Yeah, you got a problem with that? Not really, but I'm trying to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say. What does a bookmark have to do with any of that? I had to scratch the back of his ear and looked awkward. Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? Meaning is pretty much those 4 words. Like, it's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess. Yeah, you could call it, leaf words. Leaf words? Junpei looked at the bookmark. Hope, faith, love, and luck. So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright? And pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands. Junpei, what do you want to do? Take it or don't take it? Free ass bookmark. Dude, I mean, fucking free shit right there, bro. Bro, what if we got a book later? Alright, definitely doesn't seem cursed as hell. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he? Alright, sure, I'll take it. Shove the thing into his pocket and give Santa a last confused look. Man, I feel a lot better now. Thing was a real pain, you know? Really hate those four words that much. Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny. What happened to Santa? Junpei wondered. I'm such a bitter person. The moment they looked at each other. Well, that's not my only reason. What? That's not the only reason I hate the four-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4. What, worried about the 4 horsemen? Ah, come on, that's just silly. Maybe back in the dark ages that kind of crap scared people, but this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. And why do you hate 4 so much? This is a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. And that's why. What? 9 is a way better number. So what if the last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number. This explanation that made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before. You play? Play? What, do you mean like gambling, or what? You mean play the stock market? Clearly, it's the stock market answer. You totally can. Nowhere says you can't. Alright, you know what? I'll give you this one because it is funny. This decision does not matter. This is one of the ones that doesn't matter. This one's a freebie just for shit posting. It's so topical and I want you guys to pick that answer. I need to break my rules a little bit. Yeah! You mean like the stock market? Nah, that's not what I meant. Why the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but this last statement more or less throwaway by Santa caught Junpei very much by surprise. You? A stockbroker? Yeah. Got a problem with that? No, you just don't look like the type. What Junpei didn't say, of course, that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker. And that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it. Sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses? Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceutical shot through the roof? Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself. Uh-huh. That was all Junpei could think of. Never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceutical. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment. Hey, how long are you going to stand around wasting time? Yeah, he's literally a stockbroker. That's the main reason I want you guys to pick that option. That's what his job is. And you don't get that information otherwise. It's really funny. You never expect that from him. He was not fucking with you. He actually is. This game's great sometimes. Stop screwing around. Voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. And he did say he made money on Cradle stock, yes. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. It has spoken. Santa sighed. Better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up. That Santa walked off slowly. Hey, wait! We were done! He started after Santa, but then to catch up, but Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Pasha suggested she was not about to let him pass. Nothing for it. He had lost. Okay. I'll get back to work, damn it. Shh, don't worry about that, Ninja. Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put the shower curtain on those hooks. Spreading the curtains. Ah, it's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's real dedicated. Well, the hole this big, you gotta wonder maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were into, like, those home invasion fantasies? Home invasion? Interesting, I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? Santa fucks. Spreading the curtains. There's a hole in the curtain. Look at it from ways back. See a single tile. Alright, I can see what tile it is. Like it's fifth from the top and third from the right. Put it back. Fifth from the top and third from the right. Look, shall we? Nothing strange. No, thing's not budging. Huh. Oh, I guess that means... Ding, ding, ding. What's up? You going back already? I can't just leave June there by herself. What do you think, you are a knight or a protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. It's this one. Here it is. Yeah, that one's loose. Get under this with my nails and yes! Ding, ding, ding. There they be. The tile in the frame. Put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, gotta give it a shot. Oh my god, I'm so clean. You ever see a man so clean before? Fun fact, the only one I knew definitively was top left, and I was assuming bottom left didn't need to move, because you couldn't do it. Top left I remember because I did remember the old gaping elephant, like trout shape thing, trunk shape thing going on here, and I just put that top left, just dicked around with these two. Got it immediately. I'm a gamer. There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? There's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Whoa! It's one of those Mars symbols. At the end of the hallway. It has the same symbol engraved on the keyhole. And that's gotta mean... Yes, we can use this key to get through that door. Why would I do that when I can look at this painting again? Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down. What's the deal with this picture, anyway? Santa had only begun mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. He looked at the picture and paused. I think I've seen this picture before. Where? In a book? There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book. It's the interesting theory? Morphogenetic field, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it's giving me a headache. And put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arced an eyebrow in his direction and continued. It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shapes of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye. What part of that isn't difficult exactly? Listen, not look pleased. Alright, how about this? Theory of telepathic mechanism. Telepathy? Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation. Santa suddenly burst into laughter. Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do some serious research on something like that. Yes, I agree. This response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had Lollifant, did you not see the episode where she's literally like a computer programmer? Better than Ninja over here? Get clapped. She's literally like super smart. She was like a fucking computer lady. Oh shit, you missing facts. There's VODs out there, boy! Imagine not watching VOD friends. Lollifant's not one of them. Read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. In no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It's probably just someone latching on to a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that in one of his books. Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. For a moment, she walked up to it, strange picture, examined it, and then spoke. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like? Santander first. What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it. What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you? Guess it looks like a man's face, a butterfly, a koi, a dog, a small boat floating in a lake, or a Funya Rinpa. I mean, Lollifant, it's a Funya Rinpa, dude. Scion, come on, dude, it's a Funya Rinpa, dude. Well! This is none of the other ones. A Funya Rinpa? See, I mean, it totally looks like one. Here and here, could be indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei. What the hell is a Funya Rinpa? What do you mean, what the hell's a Funya Rinpa? Yeah, you guys watch the VODs? Scion, stop that! What, you mean you don't know? How the hell would I know? How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous. Say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funya Rinpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman. Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook. Junpei, are you screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. All of you say sorry right now. You apologize. This game, this like one room is randomly top tier comedy. This is a dog. See, like this. Lotus pointed out parts of the picture, and eventually, a dog took shape in them. Wham! Looks as though she had a point. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement. So, now we know what's a picture of, but I don't see that helps us. Yeah, dude, it was a dog the whole time. And now that you've seen it, you know. That's the magic. Lotus nodded and began to speak. A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. It took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. The first picture was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment first set the picture to the parts of the world where British radio and television didn't reach. Ireland, USA, Africa, Europe, etc. Then in each country they gathered a number of test subjects. All in all, there were roughly 1,000 people. Those 1,000 people were shown the 2 pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? Results, in and of themselves, were not terribly interesting. 2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. 2 days later, broadcast a news show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, we assumed that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture now totaled over 200,000 people. After another 2 days had passed, they gathered a number of research subjects from areas where British TV and radio did not exist. This time, they were only able to find a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them were the people who had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same test and the same 2 pictures. The results were shocking. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test had yielded a 9.2 success rate. Change was not statistically significant. Dog picture, however, produced a very different result. Percentage of people able to successfully find the dog grew from 3 to 6.8, a very significant increase. So, do you understand? You realize the significance of this experiment. There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and could not have seen the picture. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Objectively not true. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean? It was a back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something about, oh shit, she's cursed. Santa took an involuntary step back. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes. Does that have something to do with that field or whatever it was you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye? So if more people know the answer, then the information will pass through the field. Psych! Her manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off. I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I meant the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station, after all. I seemed Santa had gained control of his composure. Right. And I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious? Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience. Okay, right. And Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear. Alright, enough nonsense. You got the key, let's get out of here. Word. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog. Field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Alright, let's go to the hallway. Let's go hit June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. What if I want to investigate the doors? Hey, Jumpy, where you going? I was gonna go get you. I know, Santa told me. Come on, let's go. You don't have any reason to go back there, Junpei. I want to dig around. Come on, man. Yes, it unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go. All right, let's go. Oh shit, it's your boy. An open door. For this game, that is a big accomplishment. They step through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway. Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment, looked at their surroundings. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway. It took hold and shook, but it refused to move. Nearby was a pair of elevators. A few button presses to determine that the elevators would not respond to their efforts. I assumed the elevators were not powered. There's only one door left. Well, looks like we don't have any choice. Yeah, sure does. Oh then, let's open it. Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. Oh shit, puzzle 2. He entered slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly. Oh, so it's a kitchen. Santa did not look pleased. What were you expecting? Isn't it obvious? The exit. I was hoping this would be the way out of here. You really thought it'd be that easy? Yeah, I know, still. As he talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Till at last she stood in front of a door.
We can just get through this door. We should come out the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
But don't we need a key for that? Yes, that wasn't very constructive. Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy. Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. He did. Hey! What's that? Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B-deck. Before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him. She ran her finger across it, muttering to herself. I knew it! See, look! Junpei did as he was told. Santa and June moved over to look at the map as well. See? We came in here, and if we go out there, then we should be the other side of the grate. Finger Lotus traced a path on the map. Right. Satisfied that she'd been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei. He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket. There's a card reader on the right side of the door. That means the key card is somewhere in here, right? Seems the most likely. Alright, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues. Okay. Are you guys ready for kitchen? You guys play cooking, mama? Because that is on this is the test. I told you guys to do studying on your own time, and now's the time to... Come on. It's go time. And plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Okay, well, excuse me, princess. Oh, alright, that's where we're going. 1, 2, 3, there's 10 of them. Flip this over, they look like hats. Middle is super deep for a plate. They're soup plates. They're made that way so that soup doesn't spill. If you ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. Makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that. Yeah. The excuse me princess is actually a reference to the fucking Legend of Zelda meme. Dude, because this is made by the Danganronpa guys. They randomly throw that shit in there. That's literally a reference to excuse me princess from the fucking, like, Zelda cartoon. Are you not aware of the fucking science of the ancient bygone era memes? Come on, bro. I think there are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How in the hell could you tell that? They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. If you take a lady out to dinner, you're gonna embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. What? Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You're not terribly subtle. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate. Those plates are for serving meat. You really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Voucher at the end of the counter. Voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. There's appetizer 9, meat dense, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizer, 16 meat, 10 soup, 5 seafood. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here. Ninja, we need help! And hexadecimal is... It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with base 10, right? The normal system of numbers? Now, the base 10 equivalent for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15, and 10 is 16. 10 becomes 16 and base 10. Now, it sounds strange, but you can just think of it as the 6 letters added on to the normal number system after 9. I don't get it. I do get it, but I don't want to get it. This is probably what you're supposed to do use to enter the password. Maybe if you put the right number in, it'll open the oven. Alright guys, did you take notes? Because I'm not doing this. Alright guys, what did the notepad say? I don't care if hex is easy. Ninja! Hello, Ninja! Hexadecimal. I wonder if it's some kind of hint. Yeah, maybe. Junpei, do you remember what I told you about the hexadecimal code earlier? No, give us the other hint. What would 9 plus F be? A, B, C, D, E, F. So that would be 16 plus 9. That'd be 20, right? Why the fuck is it 15? If A is 10, A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, A, B, C, D is 14. Shit, I was on E. Fuck, I'm stupid. You know, that checks out. Wait. How did I get to 12 then? What the fuck? I'm extra stupid. Even I don't know how I got to my answer. I literally don't know where my head was at the time. I can't find it. Where did it go? Someone tell me. This pot looks like it's made out of silver. A drink from this pot would be really yummy. The Alpha June, drinking tea. Did such a day ever happen for me? Jumpy? Oh, no, nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. What are our numbers? I don't know! The game won't tell me again! It's a note. Got a bunch of stuff written on it, but it doesn't look like the code or anything like that. Okay, it's fucking 9 appetizer, 9, 10 soup. So it's 9A, 15 F. Shit. 9AF 10. It is nuts. 9AF10. What the fuck do I write here? There's not letters on this! Just in order, I guess. Hey Junpei, why don't you try entering the numbers we found in the voucher earlier? It said appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F. Yes. Convert the 10A and F to base 10. Worth a shot. Oh, well that's fucking no dice. Looks like that's too many numbers. Oh, okay, so that's just objectively not right. Alright, we'll fuck around some more then. Never mind. Okay, there's a pot and a frying pan. Oh, and a pressure cooker. Oh, I guess you could use some of those as weapons. What kind of idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking at the dead? Hey man, it was just a joke. Why are you so serious? Oh fuck. Alright, it's going! Do you think this is a part of Zero's plan? Probably. Kinda hard to believe there's a chef on board somewhere. I wonder what this drawer is. See the metal grate on the top of the grill? They make it like that so the fat and juices can drip off the meat while it cooks. The area under the plate opens up. Nope, you can't. Already checked. It's sealed shut. I think that's where the coal goes. Okay, I'm trying to think about where the fuck do I end my session. Because if it's 3 episodes per stream, last episode was too long. So I'm thinking, like, where do I cut the streams? Before I ended it just after a trial. So I could have it be like episode 1 gets through trial 1 and is just about to start trial 2. Then episode 2 could be trial 2 and then also trial 3. But then episode 3 would just be epilogue, which depending on the ending could be like 15 minutes. We'll have to see. Persona 3 is good! Oh, a countertop. It's still early though. It's only an hour and a half in. That's what I was gonna say. We'll probably stop just before Puzzle 2. You know what we'll probably do is we'll stop just before Puzzle 2 and then have the next episode be Puzzle 2, then just before Puzzle 3. But because we can like skip text now, it's probably gonna be weird. I think we'll see when we get to just about Puzzle 2, like the second set of doors. There's a rolling pin in the colander here. Nothing useful. Tables for preparing food. Plates everywhere. Oh shit, oh, okay, I'm fucking back here, I guess. That's the exit. Big old iron plate over the door. Can't open it? I think we can open it. Countertop. We got rolling pins and a colander. Nothing useful, in other words. Think of the what pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. All right, there's your fucking puzzle. Woo! Yeehaw! Oh, the game will not let me try. I mean, that's all fine. I seriously think getting to the like, you guys will be able to pick the second set of door. Here, you know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in just a sec, but I think what we'll do is we'll beat this, let you guys pick the next set of doors, and as the puzzle is starting, like we are in the puzzle room, that's where we'll end it. So the next episode, we'll start with the puzzle, we'll do the puzzle, do a bunch of dialogue, let you guys pick door 3, and then as we start that puzzle, that will be the third episode, and then we'll get whatever ending you guys got. Assuming the run goes that long. Ooh. But I need to go to the bathroom. So, fuck everything I'm saying. It's not important. I'm leaving. Now goodbye. Go take a break, get a snack, get a bathroom. I told you I went to the bathroom. Why are you guys hating on me? I was gone for 2 minutes. I said, hey, break time, bathroom time. It's bathrooming time. All right. Apparently we don't have enough of this though. Like the game won't let me, so we gotta figure it out. Like what else could there be? We got bowls. It's a sink. Still got water in it. Yeah, a couple of plates in there, but doesn't think they're gonna help us much. We have a whetstone. Whetstone. What are you planning to do with that? Ah, shit, don't tell me you're gonna try and smash up with a card reader. Are you an idiot? If you do that, then we'll never get out of here. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be bad, huh? Whetstone will be useful if we use it to sharpen something. Good lights, buddy. Nothing weird about that. Bunch of instructions for using the cooking utensils. Nothing really suspicious about that. She's around. She's over here. Oh, we can go into the cheese room. Number cheese room. It's the Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you can store it at room temperature for quite a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry at all. It's hard to get hungry in a situation like this. Who would be down for a big-ass hunk of cheese? The shelf has a white cloth on it. We'll move the fucking cloth. So much stuff in here. A lot of cans. Probably a pantry. Yes, I get it. Unbox the, yes, I'm, okay. Oh, hello there! Oh god, no, please don't put this into circulation. A rusty knife. I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this. Knife seemed important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be used much the way it was. It's futile. Futile? You know, a waste. Useless. Pointless. Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up? No reason, really. I was just thinking about futility. She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried to rephrasing his question. Why were you thinking about futility? At last she answered. Well, it has something to do with the Titanic. The Titanic? Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted? Yeah, by the stupid mummy lady? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. You need to stab June with my dick. Scion, come on here. No, that's cheating, Scion. No, I haven't. Oh, I haven't. What is it? In 1892, 14 years before the Titanic sank, a novel was published. It was called Futility. It was written by an American novelist named Morgan Robertson. The story was about a big cruise ship colliding with an iceberg and sinking. Of course, it was the only similarity, there wouldn't be a reason to mention it. It wasn't, though. The name of the ship, its nationality, course, departure time, size, displacement, maximum speed, number of passengers and crew, the number of lifeboats, even the location of the accident itself, and the cause, and the location of the damage, everything matches the Titanic, almost exactly. It was almost as if he'd seen the whole thing happen. But this book was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. Is this real, Ninja? Is she spouting facts? But that's not all.
It wasn't just futility that predicted the sinking of the Titanic. There were two others, similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead, both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Steed wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided and many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank. Huh.
I don't know. Probably like some artistic liberties to make this a bit more strong of a point. I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right. I knew you'd say that. But what if Steed had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about that thing where someone says they're possessed by a spirit, and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull!
Jumpy, you said you believed in curses.
Oh shit, bad timeline. You guys have ruined it, it's over. It's over. Come on, that's totally different. Okay, so let's say hypothetically that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When the Steed dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by spirits of dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Steed wasn't possessed by a spirit.
He was doing the possessing. Where are you going, June? What are you smoking?
William Thomas Steed was a passenger on the Titanic. He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes.
20 years before it happened. Decided it was probably best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If you try to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Junpei smiled uncomfortably. Well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But...
Voice trailed off and she glanced at the floor, troubled. Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around and picked up the knife from the box. And you stab her in the back. Get her in the back with a backstab. Gotta use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. Use water! No! The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. Jimmy would cut something pretty good with this. Using water reduces the heat on the blade of the knife. Ah!
So shiny. Did you sharpen it, Jumpy?
Yup.
Now we can use it to cut something soft.
Cheese. Cut the cheese. Fart joke. Hey, something behind the cheese.
You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese?
Alright, time to move it. June and I need to look behind. June, I need to look behind you, cheese. The little green bottle back there. Bottle of load.
Oh look, cooking oil. You could probably use this to make something slippery.
There's milk in here.
Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old.
Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight. Tea time? Using cooking oil? Frying pan, two kinds of pots. Can I do this yet? What would I need to cut? I have oil and a knife. Iron oven. Looks pretty heavy duty.
It's probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this.
Anyway, let's have a look inside. Ah, yeah, damn, I knew it. It's locked.
It's only a partition. There's nothing else worth noting here.
Well, we got that, but that ain't gonna help us. Grill. This is apparently the area where you put the coal. Sealed shut, we can't get to it. Drawer seems to be stuck. Won't open. Okay. What could we need to cut? Trash can. There's nothing inside of it.
Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Damn it, there's nothing in here. Hey, Santa, digging through the trash really suits you. What the hell did you just say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I knew you'd get piss and moan, so I did it for you. Oh my, I didn't recall asking you to do anything. I had to throttle you. Excuse me? Does it feel colder in here? Do we cut the plates? Bowls? What the fuck do I do? Hello? Where am I? I can't find myself. Hello, I'm lost. Ah, god damn it, game. Why do they keep having these fucking doors? The bolt keeping us from opening it. A bolt rusted in place. Use the oil. Of course, maybe if I put some oil on that. Hey, just a little bit of oil and come on, you little son of a bitch. Oh, ha, yes, got you, little bastard. You did it, Jumpy. You're so smart. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms, tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat. It's cold in here. What is this place? Are you blind? It's a freezer. Sen's teeth had begun to chatter. Oddly surprising, the freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Otis, however, was in an even worse situation. No way! Way too cold for me. I'll freeze solid in seconds. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm gonna leave the rest to you. That she ran out of the room. As Otis left, June came in. Oh, it's really cold in here. White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver. You don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this. No, I'm fine. The fever's gone down. But Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth when the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find the door they'd only recently come through was closed. Junpei rushed to the door. Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob. Ow! It was cold, beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful. The doorknob had been frozen solid. They quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had ruptured. Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen it instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door. Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door! She wasted no time in responding. What do you want? What's going on? The door won't open. Try opening it from that side, please. Fine. If you say so. Hold on. Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. And the grunting ceased, and they could hear light panting as if from exertion. It's no use. It won't budge. If you got more people in there, you figure it out. God damn it. Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. June was hugging herself as she was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies. Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents. 2 heads are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room, okay? Right. They pushed in close to one another and began to search. There's some frozen meat up there. Looks like pork. Huh? What's this? Looks like a tag or something. We got meat. Jumpy, there's a slip of paper in that meat. I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. Try and pull it out, it'll probably rip. You need to defrost that. Don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room. Jeez. Everything's frozen in here. Doesn't look like there's anything else interesting. Oh, dry ice. Damn. Dry ice?
Can you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight? Explode. Yeah, didn't you do that in school? You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeve so as to avoid burning himself. Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right? Yeah, it is. I wonder how warm it'll get if the four of us to turn back to it has to get for it to turn back into gas again. Hell if I know. How's that gonna help us anyway? Well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here. We're about to move when June spoke up. Carbon dioxide sublimation point is minus 109 degrees. Any warmer than that and it'll turn into gas. Any lower and become a solid. Junpei looked at her, dumbfounded. How do you know that? Despite my looks, I'm the queen. I'm the queen of random knowledge. Okay, it looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold, your mouth's gone now. Yep. It's white. You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you? Is that freezer at like minus 109 degrees? Well, that would explain why. Clearly Zero's fucking with us. June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was still feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told himself. Come on, guys, don't you think that kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first. Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Vodfwen! Someone translate Fahrenheit to Celsius. Thanks. Junpei, however, was not in the mood to discuss science. It wanted out of that freezer now, or that is pretty weird. I think facts and logic can outpower cold. Those are Fahrenheit numbers. That's why he's saying to Celsius. It's like minus 79. Okay. There's your facts for everyone at home who's a Celsius bitch. Ninja, you want to pick or you good, bro? Yeah, it is absurdly fucking cold. Like, well beyond what is reasonable for a freezer to be at. No wonder Lotus is like, fuck this. You're taking too long, Ninja. It did strike Junpei as rather odd. It seemed rather odd to Junpei, and he couldn't help but think about it. June answered, oh, well, sorry there, Ninja. You took too long. It can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns a liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere normal air pressure, you want to turn into a liquid, right? That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from solid state to a gaseous one. See, that's weird. Water is a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide? June replied with an answer that stunned both of them. There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees. I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees. Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees? You mean the water that freezes at 96 degrees? Yeah. Oh, you can also look at it as ice that won't melt when it's 96 degrees. Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Ice that will melt until it's 96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this is too interesting to ignore. Now is not the time for facts, people. He did his best to warm it by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, then put the question to June. What's this ice within a melting point of 96 degrees called? It's called Ice 9. Ice 9? Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists. Wait. My dog is barking. Oh, we have minutes in here? Here, let me just take a little bit of time to have my fucking dog stop barking, because that's annoying as piss. Okay, there we go. Wait, hold up. So this is a thing called ice, and then immediately they start again, I swear to God. It's a thing called Ice 9, or is it water? Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. Or if it's under that, it'll solidify. You think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite.
They're both made.
Why is June just spitting so many weird facts at us? Why did we pick this door?
They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure, the crystallization, the hardness, and structure are completely different.
Did you say normal water in this Ice 9 are like that?
Yep.
Wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years, the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it, and did all sorts of things to it. Whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920,
some glycerin that was en route to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Naturally, scientists worldwide wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and began asking for samples of the seed. Seed is, of course, a sample of the original crystallized substance. With the seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be a simple matter. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by the seed crystallize begin to crystallize, nearby samples did as well. It didn't end there. After that day, all glycerin in the world began to crystallize naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. That's literally just bullshit. Literally, you're just lying to us, June. Unironic bullshit. That day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun,
it was almost like, how do I put it? It's almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating.
Communicating in some way that we can't sense. That's bullshit. Honestly, impressed or kind of annoyed. I mean, if it was real, I'd be impressed. Like, let's be frank. That would be super cool. Ah, shit, you know what? We do have to act impressed, otherwise we won't get in our pants. God damn it. Ninja, where do you feel on this? Are we going the fucking route? We gotta interact with everything she's saying, even if it's bullshit, garbage. Don't be a dick, man. Well, we are trying to be a dick, man, but in like a different case. Ninja takes too long. Look at him just being a slow boy. Also, Lollifant's not here, so he's not even involved in this entire excursion. And yeah, that's just a legend. Honestly impressed. It was, in fact, a pretty interesting story. Oh, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9? The surprise it was Santa, not June, who answered. What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean? Like that would be bad. What, everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees? You're not here, though, Lollifant. And the end of the world. Juniper felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with a proper concern. At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick. He was right. Junpei shivered. Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I don't think we can get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. Seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. Greenland. I freaking hate the cold. Let's get cracking, alright? Gotta find a way out of here. Santa stopped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him. Selfish, isn't he? Thought Junpei to himself. Iceland does exist, but it's less cold. Because it's not Greenland, and Greenland is colder. Get fucked, Santa. Why would you say, man, it's so hot out here. Actually, that's a bad example. I was gonna say, man, it's cold. Not like I grew up in California. It's just, why wouldn't you go for some shit like the Arctic? Fucking Canada or some shit, like Russia. Have it be winter, try to invade. Come on, man. Selfish. Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their search. Story of Ice 9 had him interested, but there'd be time to think about that once they'd gotten out of the freezer. Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. We got Noodle. That's rope.
It's a rope.
We could use it to attach something to something else, I suppose. Bag. Ship. Meat. Knife. Extendo knife. A makeshift grappling hook. Oh, wait a minute. Aw, you bitch. Water bottle. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, that's a container, all right. Anything else in here that looks useful? They are 100% dead by now, but we're using in video game time and not real life time. Good, can't hit it hard enough to break it. Maybe it just needs more of a shock, you know? A shock. It went to dry ice? Hey Junpei, did you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah. There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together? Oh. There's water dripping from this pipe. It's like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze in place. Water actually seems almost warm. You tell me I cannot combine these two things together? Or am I supposed to heat the dry ice and then put it in the fucking bottle somehow? What the fuck do you want from me, game? How about putting the dry ice into the water bottle? I'm trying to do that! Okay, maybe fill up the... Do we cut up the dry ice? Smash it into the fucking ground? Why would we fill it up with water first? The game won't even let me do that. I'm trying to do that. I thought about that. How do we smash up the ice? Just drop it from somewhere. Literally climb on the top of this bitch and safe and just yeet that bitch. Hit it with the meat. We got frozen chicken. Do I hit this with the fucking... I cannot fucking believe I need to pick up a chicken. Just drop it from somewhere high up. What are you doing? Why would you do this? Stomp on it or something. Come on, man. You dumb fuckers. You're so lucky we had meat that is solid enough to break dry ice. I cannot hook that bottle to the doorknob somehow. Ah, fucking... Semantics police over here. Alright. It also destroyed the chicken, that is fair. Water bottle bomb. So sure, yeah, that's what we'll call this. Look at this MacGyver shit over here. Warm off foam from the pipe. Why can I not warm this? Explodus. Warm water dripped from the ruptured pipe near the door. He pulled out the water bottle filled with dry ice, let a good amount of water fall in, then quickly sealed it up tight. The makeshift bomb complete. He tied it to the doorknob and quickly as he could managed in the cold. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now? Just need to give it a little, tap. Bottle's already about to pop. We just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all its own. A small piece of chicken. Down to the floor. Pieces of dry ice left over from the larger chunk he'd crushed earlier. This ought to do the trick. Pull the sleeve down over his hand to keep it from getting burned and grab the chunk of dry ice. Pretty good size. About as big as a pool ball. It could be just about the right size. Guys, stand back. Should probably hide somewhere. Santa and June looked at him with new concern. Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius? There isn't really anywhere big enough. Big hole in the ground? Yeah, there is. Look! Right here. We can hide in there. Or the... Yeah, I was gonna say the cellar or the big safe, the fridge, freezer thing. Come on, get inside, quick! Alright. Junpei quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide even through his sleeve. He tightened his grip, took aim, and prepared to throw. Alright, here it goes. 3, 4, 5... You're counting the wrong way! Oops. This is a really sad excuse for a joke, man. Sorry, dude. Alright, for real this time. You guys ready? Yes, whenever you're ready. Just throw the damn thing. Alright, here I go. 3, 4, 5. Junpei threw the chunk of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same motion, he ducked down into the cellar with Santa and June just as... Junpei leapt up the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy! The ice on the door, is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone. Blast must have shattered it. Alright, let's see if it opens. Jimmy grabbed the knob and pushed with all of his might. The door gave way easily, and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
June, relieved, collapsed onto the floor. Move! Santa shoved past you red tray for the grill, which he immediately grabbed. Ow! God damn it, hot, 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 fuck! He proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of rage. Where was Lotus? Took a moment to find her. She was sitting on the counter, idly scratching her chest. Oh, welcome back.
I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked towards her.
What were you doing? What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting. We were gonna die! Oh yeah? But you didn't, so everything worked out alright, didn't it? What the hell? Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I really was worried.
Don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. Even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door, but I couldn't find anything. So all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
It was true, there wasn't much she could have done, but something about her tone. Jimmy gritted his teeth. Fine, but there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
She was right, and Junpei knew it. Without them, she'd be in very serious trouble. It seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure. Lotus had really wanted to kill them. All she would have to do was bar the door from the outside. And she hadn't. Well, she hadn't done anything. What she was guilty of was laziness or negligence, not attempted murder. Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh yes, well that's alright, as long as you understand.
Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the girl complete, Santa swaggered back toward Junpei and Lotus. Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially you, for you, lady. You just been sitting on your fat ass ears while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy. Yeah, about to put that energy into something besides bitching. Let's go.
Damn. Oh, we have new items, by the way. We got this. We got meat. Literally all that for meat. Put that on the grill. Put meat on the grill. Slap that bitch.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you gonna do if the paper burns?
Fine, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? We just gotta keep an eye on it, and the paper will be fine. I can argue all that I want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. You guys think it would still be good? Oh, looks about time. Try taking the paper out now.
Jumpy, be careful.
Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm... Ouch!
See? I told you.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out.
So you're gonna have to cut the meat?
Yeah, looks like that. It looks that way. Alright, now that I've shattered the knife, sharpened the knife. Yes, I cut the pork. Awesome, Junpei. Now we can cut the paper. C plus 10 plus F. Damn it, just screwing around. Corporate and finance. Oh, it was clever and funny. Ninja! Chop chop! Hello, Ninja!
It's probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. If you put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Junpei, you maybe that note you found earlier.
Yeah, I know.
You know how to enter those numbers? I think E is for enter and C is for clearing.
So
Basically, when I'm ready to say answer, press E. To screw up, just press C, right? Lotus nodded. Alright, let's give it a shot. No, it's all of them added together. It's only 3 digits. Hello, Zadar! I did notice you were missing. I notice when everyone leaves. I typically just don't comment on it. I have the viewer list permanently pulled up. What's the answer? It's only 3 digits. Do you want me to go get the fucking note again? I can actually keep re-entering and exiting this, and our teammates will slowly give us more hints. I'm gonna do that. 043. Good job. Sounds like metal falling. I guess that went well. I love not having to do the puzzle I don't want to. Oh, it's so great. Thank you, Sion. That went well. It's fucking fantastic. I don't gotta do shit. Yeah, that door opened. Actually, that's actually a really cool thing in the sequel. Every single puzzle section in the game has 2 solutions. One of them is the intended solution they hint towards, and one of them is a secondary solution you can reach logistically. And if you can get both solutions, you will actually get an extra file that is never relevant to the game, but gives you a lot of extra background information the game never covers directly in the plot, and it's so fucking cool.
Good job, Jumpy.
Saturn key card, look at it, ain't it schmexy, boy? The door we came in through, not locked, so we could just go back out, but that's the point, right? All that's out there is an iron gate and a dead-end hallway. Yup. Might as well be locked for all it's good to go and do an act, go ahead, do. I'm having a stroke. Yes, I think it's unlocked now.
You did it, Jumpy. Let's get out of here.
Man, I gotta say, the other Paths puzzle was so much easier. The Paths puzzle of play the piano or find the music note keys, play the piano, then find the stupid cards, play Digital Root Baccarat, gamble, and then gamble again but with all 9 cards. It's just so easy. This fucking ice bullshit garbage. I found it! Guys, I did. They stepped out of the kitchen and into the hallway that looked rather familiar. A metal grate stretched from wall to wall. Beyond it were 2 elevators and the entrance to the kitchen. They had entered the kitchen from one door and come out the other, which meant their map of the ship's interior was accurate. They laid them out in front of them and began to discuss their next step. There were 4 possible routes. A, B, C, and D. First A and B. Both A and B seem to connect to an L-shaped room. However, the 2 doors that lead to the room... If you notice, that's actually the room that's the casino room, if you recognize by the floor plan. Were locked and could not be opened. Next is Route C. It goes way to the main staircase. That means it's door 5. What are the numbered doors?
You think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway? No, I don't think we will. Why not? Look, there by the staircase. See how the gate is open? When we went to the kitchen, it was closed. But if it's open now, what do you think that means?
They opened it.
Most likely.
And if we take Route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
And that means... all 4 looked at the map. They all looked at the staircase, its lazy curve leading down deeper into the ship. And just like in canon, the 4 door is canonically easier and they finish faster than us.
Route D then.
D it is.
Yep, Route D.
And we're set. They jogged down the stairs until they reached the C deck. Just to be sure, they kept going to check the deck beneath. Yep, just like I thought. Deck D's totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
Water gazed back at them, its smooth surface like a great mirror. As ominous as it was, Junpei took at least some comfort in the fact that the level hadn't gone up much since the last time he'd seen it. They turned back to C deck. It didn't take them long to find the two elevators in front of the stairs. They look identical to the elevators on the top floor, with one exception. The elevators had a card reader on the wall between them. On the card reader was a strange mark. Hey, look, it's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
See, it's the woman's symbol with a thorn in it. That seems just like... Ow! Lotus had taken hold of Junpei's hair. She began to shake him violently, and he thought he heard a low growl coming from her throat. Such violence. June began to wonder if she was not the devil itself. With an uncomfortable smile, June spoke up.
This is a Mercury symbol. The thorn symbolizes the wing on Hermes' staff.
Hermes, herpes, whatever.
If you can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't doing us anything. In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably. They gave up on the elevator and returned to the stairs. A hallway stretched out to the left. A great many doors lined both sides of the hallway. They weren't sure how many, but certainly enough to be discouraging.
Damn it! If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we're done. Done half of them. I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling the ship's the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
That's even worse! Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Frustration and fear building, they walked back to the stairs. To their right was a small hallway. Quickly, they headed into it. It was approximately the same size as the alcove in front of the stairs. The hallway led to the stern, and at the end of it was a set of double doors.
Let's open it.
Junpei nodded, grabbed one closest to him. Gave a small tug, and felt it move. It was unlocked. Thrilled to have found an unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw. He simply stood, unable to speak. The other simply stared, open-mouthed. After a few long moments, Santa managed to speak.
What the hell is this?
Massive room stretched out in front of them, more cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on the four companions. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Is this a hospital?
He last been able to put a name to the harsh scent that pervaded the room. The room swam with a harsh, biting smell of antiseptic. In the center of the room were shelves stacked with medicine and a number of medical devices, the function of which Junpei did not know. More importantly, however, on the back wall of the room were 4 doors. 3 of them emblazoned with large, single-digit numbers made of thick, red paint. The door on the left was labeled 3. The second door from the left had no number, but the third had been given a 7. And the rightmost door had an 8. There could be no doubt. They were numbered doors. It did strike Junpei as strange, however, that the door between 3 and 7 should be blank. What, he wondered, could it mean?
Let's take a look at the doors. Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Junpei headed toward the doors, weaving his way between the beds. He started with door 3 on the left and moved to the right until he reached door 8.
It's no use. Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the notary game? We have to activate the red or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look at the display of the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember? The red of the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one... There's nothing on it, right?
I wonder if it's broken. Only one way to find out. Didn't respond. All four took turns placing their hands over the red, but it refused to respond. They pulled at the lever, and still it did nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red for door 8 that was behaving strangely. The red on door 7 also refused to respond. And door 3 was similarly silent. None of them would respond. What did it mean? I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe that doesn't explain why this whole thing ain't working. It was at that moment that they heard a voice from behind them. I believe the bottom of the device has been removed. They spun around to see. Snake! It was more than just Snake. Ace, Clover, and Seven quickly filed into the room as well. Although they were glad to see one another, it wasn't terribly surprising that they had. If it had been the other party who'd opened the gate in front of the kitchen, it wasn't unreasonable that they'd bump into one another eventually. The rest of Snake's team, however, did look rather surprised. How did you end up here? After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperately to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through, how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. Almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. No, thought Junpei. Perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way. No, the ninth man had died. But they were still alive. And that was something to be happy about. Some sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive. You have it. Our half of the story. Is his part finished? Ace fell silent. For a moment, Junpei was silent in thought, then he spoke. Okay, let me see if I got this all straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the red were already gone.
And he looked all over this room, but he couldn't find anything.
So he figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
And he went and had a look.
Yeah. You were looking around, you heard voices?
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you. Junpei examined the three reds again, just in case. On the bottom of each was a long, thin gap. Looked like a slot for something. Probably something electronic.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about the hallway over there? Isn't there anywhere else we can go? No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Hospital rooms? Then what's behind all those doors?
Yes, there are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There were a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. He was able to get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter. Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
Wonder what they all mean.
For a moment, everyone was silent, deep in thought. Well, while we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this. All the people, it was 7 who answered with calm confidence. Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic. The Gigantic? Junpei looked confused. So did everyone else.
What is this Gigantic?
7 knit his brow for a moment, then began to explain. No, I cannot skip. I've been trying this whole time. The Gigantic. I literally can't. The game won't let me. Because the dialogue is slightly different because we're from the other party's perspective. I cannot skip it. Explained that since the sister ship to the Titanic built in the early 20th century, the Titanic had 2 sister ships who were identical to one another in nearly every aspect. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. She was initially intended to be a passenger liner like the Titanic, but soon after the ship was launched, the First World War began. She was pressured into duty by the British Navy's hospital ship. Sometime later, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She managed to run aground after the incident and consequently was not sunk. What then happened to the Gigantic after her fateful encounter in the Aegean Sea? One theory that a man named Lord Gordain purchased her. Lord Gordain had seemed to have been one of the few survivors of the Titanic tragedy, and that trauma had turned him into an obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. As his obsession deepened, he began to desire the Titanic itself. That, of course, was impossible. The Titanic lay at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. The Gigantic, however, had not suffered such a dire fate, as she was identical to her sister ship. She caught Lord Gordain's eye. I'm trying to speed this up, but it won't let me. I'm trying to say Lord Gordain bought this ship. Yeah, I mean, at least that's what I think I am. That's impossible. No one that's a boat 100 years old. Pipe down, just pay attention. What? That's it? Well, you've got any proof? Proof? Proof that the ship really is the Gigantic? Well, the ship's got stuff that looks like the Titanic and a hospital ship, so I just figured... Oh, for goodness, don't tell me that's your only reason. No, I got more. Like? Well, I mean... Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth. I don't know. Lotus sighed and shook her head. I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it? Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, wait a minute. Memory isn't back? Junpei was. He felt, this is new, legitimately shocked by what seemed to be new and very important information. Everyone else, however, seemed unimpressed. In fact, they all looked at Junpei as though he'd said something very strange. He decided to revise his attitude for the next question. Wait, was I the only one that didn't know? Everyone nodded. Why? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. Told them I couldn't remember a damn thing before I woke up. What? I must have saved Junpei from further embarrassment. I bet you none of you guys remember fucking Seven's got amnesia. Oh shit. Sounds as though it was the clock at the main stairway. Junpei counted each chime carefully. 10, 11, 12. It's midnight. Then we still got 6 hours left, right? We don't have any time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds. What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that? I don't even know what that is. Looked around in this room. It only leaves one place to look. One? Well, I guess it's not really right. Wait! Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of these other rooms? Don't freak out. I already searched 4 of them. 4 rooms? We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. Each person does 6 rooms, that'll be 48 rooms, right? There are 48 rooms left? Your earlier experiences apparently not encouraged Lotus to trust Seven. Seven scratched his head awkwardly. I don't know. After a little more discussion, they split up and headed toward the rooms to begin searching them. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving forward to aft. He also determined that they would return to report their findings the next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room full of beds. If, during their search, any one of them were to locate the missing components, they were to yell for the others. If the strategy failed, they'd return to discuss their options later. The details decided, they left to begin searching. Out in the hallway, they went, each of the rooms they'd been assigned. However... And there goes Snake. Snake got banned. He was glitch abusing. He had walls. Fucking mods. From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m. Oh shit! I can finally be free! Scion, you didn't watch the last episode. You literally didn't watch the VOD if you don't know the answer to that question. Look at all of this dialogue!
Scion, we literally beat the game. What do you mean you Scion, please, just watch the VOD. Snake burned to death. I'm not gonna tell you anything more than that. I meant the last episode. We're gonna do these in order just so I can still be able to skip dialogue, but if you remember, our original order let us fucking talk to everybody. So do we want to talk to, this is the question from before. Do we want to talk to Santa? Because if you remember correctly, you guys just fucking talked to nobody for some reason. Yeah, just talk to him, whatever, man. Junpei and June walk to Santa. What are you doing? What, you can't tell? Checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What, not bothering you?
Huh?
Yes, the guts of the red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it? Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us? Oh ho ho ho! Who fixed the reds? This is a very interesting fucking question. From the fucking, now that Scion hasn't seen the last VOD. Wow, Scion. It's almost like you're missing an unbelievably massive part of the story right now. Snake did it, Lotus. Oh, we're flipping the coin. Ninja's not here. Or if he has a shitload of delay and I'm flipping the coin anyway, unless he's here, in which I'll pick something. It is... Oh, by the way, it's normal. It's the same fucking shtick. Heads for top one, tails for bottom one. It was tails anyway, so it's Snake. That's Scion shit. Well, it seems like it would have to be Snake, wouldn't it? Maybe he got back here before any of us. Found the parts somewhere, put him back, and went through one of the numbered doors.
No, that's not possible. You have to authenticate with at least 3 people or the red won't open the door. There's no way a single person could get through by themselves.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It was a stupid mistake and Junpei knew it. How would he made such a foolish miscalculation? And how had Santa noticed it so quickly? Perhaps he just wasn't as clever as he used to be. Junpei shook his head sadly. So in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red. Santa grinned. Bingo! We have a winner. But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know they fixed the red. Yeah. But why? No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means that we'd find something else. Something bad. Something bad? Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Huh. Of course. It could have something to do with Snake's disappearance. Think maybe they did something to Snake? It's not out of the question. Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet. Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back. With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away. Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Where will they go next? Oh yeah, she has a proposal. Do we want to listen to what she has to say? I want to say no. You're allowed to. All right. What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah, well, you need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door? Even if we wanted to, that's impossible. Why? Jumpy's bracelet's number is 5. Mine is 6 and yours is 8. Didgeridoo would be 1. But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors that are 3, 7, and 8. We had another person. Huh?
Who?
What, isn't that easy? 7.
she was right. If they added 7, then the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door. But, well, hold on a sec. What about the other 4?
Why don't you add them up?
Simple enough. 2, 3, 4, 10s, it's 1. Digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that. No, are you saying you'd leave them behind? Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once you get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind. Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you'd do anything of the sort. Really? What do you think that? You remember, don't you? You have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours. Well, you never know until you try.
No. You're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. There is a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for us would be 4. The first 4 would be 8. So we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
Right. Unless we bring Ace 2, we'll be stuck.
Oh, to scratch the back of her ear. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? We could get out of here with all 8 of us. That's impossible. Are you being serious? You do know that only 5 people at most can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Right. That is true. You said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine. It was true. How Lotus could remain so cavalier about such a terrifying prospect was beyond him. When they found the number 9 door, they would have to choose which 3 of them would die. Lotus's forehead furrowed.
Think I could have a moment alone? There's some things I need to think about.
And that's why you should watch the last VOD, Scion. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus. Togner left them feeling ill. Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. He told himself pessimism would get them nowhere. So he forced himself to smile and turned to June. Let's focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right.
I meant after I'm done with this stream. Then you can go back. I won't talk about it, you know what I'm saying? It was nearly 4.5 hours. I sat down and said, I'm finishing this bitch. Because I got there and I'm like, I'm just gonna go. Well, watch the VOD when you get the chance, my man. Alright, where should we go next? There's some big shit you missed. We've already talked to Ace before, so we'll just skip it. Let's leave this area to Ace. We can go somewhere else.
I don't mind. But where?
Well, let's see. Oh, shit. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we've seen everything then. Get back towards the log hospital room. There's no one to be seen. And we're done. Whoop. Not sure. I don't think that one matters. We could just skip that dialogue box. Because it's just math. That doesn't really fucking mean much. This is the moment when Scion realized Lotus is a massive bitch. Like a massive bitch. Ace does the maximum bro moment and fucking drugs himself so he forces himself to be left behind in an act of altruism. What a legend. Nap time. On the floor, I guess. And we'll be done very soon, son. You guys are literally gonna pick the door, we're gonna start the next puzzle, and without even doing it, we're ending the stream. Alright. Which door do you want? Yeah, I'll just pick this one because it's that way I can skip the dialogue. But door 3 is the obvious no answer. Gotta go through door 3. You can't. Bracelet numbers. We can't. Is effectively what he's saying. It's just so I can skip text. It makes life easy. And so we went through door 8 last time. Where do we want to go? Door 7, 8 again, or 3? Say fuck it. Door 3. I want Ninja to be here for this. This is the big boy decision. Because this is not a freebie anymore. I gave you guys a freebie with door 4. Door 7. Lollifan. Do you want to risk killing a bunch of people with door 3? Because you're leaving 3 people for dead and they will be pissed. Or do you want to go through door 7? Want to become famous? And it's gone. Yeah. If you choose 3, you're going to be leaving 3 people behind to die. Good reminder of where we've left off there, Lollifan. You're the tiebreaker. You can still pick 8. 8 is still an option if you want to go back through 8. Flip a coin. Heads for 3, tails for 7. Hey, it's 7! Got a tails, that's 7 it is. Okay, fine. I'll go with door 7. Okay, so 7. Yeah. Alright then, that means June's gotta go through 8. Huh? Why? June's face was blank and confused. Santa muttered to himself and turned to Junpei. Junpei, you figured it out, right? Can you explain it to her? Junpei chose his words carefully. Junpei finally finished. June looked as though she were about to cry. Can I skip dialogues? No, okay.
Oh no, you're saying you aren't gonna see each other again for a long time?
Junpei felt as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were prepared to face. That's what door 3 would let us happen. Would be letting me and June go through the same door, but you know. And know they would have survived, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed. Steeled his resolve and did his best to smile. Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. Gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into 4 and 5 doors, remember? Gotta split up too, but we all met back up. I bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
Well, you mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
She didn't sound very hopeful. 7 that interjected. I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
They don't connect. Now the team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we're through that 9 door. June said nothing. Tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, he laid his hand gently on her shoulder. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise. June bit her lip and gave an almost imperceptible nod.
Yeah. Promise?
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment. Oh, you guys done yet? He stretched and continued. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. Figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problem with that, Clover? Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care. Alright, we're ready to go then. Let's move. At Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Clover, 7, and Junpei walked toward door 7. Santa, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath. You guys ready? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. The door had opened. A narrow hallway stretched out before them. Seven and Clover leapt through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his right. Toward door 8. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. They nodded. Farewell took almost 1.5 seconds. Then someone took hold of Junpei's arm and hauled him bodily through the door. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep. Only 81 seconds left. No time to waste, guys. Let's get moving. Seven led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed him as fast as they could. After what seemed like a far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hall. To the left of a wooden door, they found the dead. There was no time to rest or catch their breath. All three slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel of the dead. Still trying to catch his breath, Seven leaned heavily against the wall. It stopped. It stopped. His smile seemed forced and a little crooked. It's the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it. He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Clover smirked at him.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again, I dare you.
You have no...
You want to die?
I'd like to see you try.
You fucking brat. All right, let's go. Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for, this. It's not gonna do us any good. Gosh. He sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors in the puzzle were really the greatest challenge they faced. Wait here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors. He didn't respond, but Junpei was in the mood for a conversation anyway. First, he examined the inner part of the numbered door. It was, of course, shut tight. On the left was a single short hallway that terminated almost immediately at a thick iron wall. Junpei doubted the wall could be moved. At last, he gave up and returned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooden door. This door's the only option we got, right? Yeah, looks like it. There's a metal plaque bolted above the door. It read operating room. It was to be believed the room on the other side of the door was an operating room. Something about it made Junpei feel nervous. Well, there's no point in standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us. Seven grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. The creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman. Chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine. Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. Seven followed, with Clover right behind him. Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a screen. Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. Ah! Her scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums. He and Seven ran toward Clover to see what had frightened her. He rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear. What the hell is this? Corpse? Something that looked kinda like a human, lying across some sort of bed. No, not a bed. An operating table. The table sat on a rusty steel lift, and a clutter of bright operating lights shone down on the ceiling. Yes, they are all stupid, Silent, you're right. Slowly, they approached. As it got close to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all. What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something. A doll? Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly, she approached the operating table and looked so intently as possible, as far away from that pot of your bed.
Yeah,
People could see her relax.
you're right. It's only a doll. And it really scared me.
He heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of wet from her floor. Fuck, I'm having mush mouth right now. Seven smirked. I'm guessing it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale.
Hey guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off. Junpei sighed and shook his head. Anyway, it looks like he's got something two of you could stand to have a little more of. I'm talking about heart. Huh? Oh, this. You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It's a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, they could no doubt it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think that's a doll.
Think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Yeah, maybe it's got more personal uses. Seven's grin was more than a little perverted. Clover glared at him. Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? 7 fucks. Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing. Oh, yeah. Now we got another thirsty bitch in Ant 7. Man, this game has not had a fucking puzzle as good as the stupid 2 doors puzzle. Stupid two like hotel room puzzle, just because it's just June being as thirsty as humanly fucking possible. Mission accomplished, and there it be. That's the one, and hopefully is better for pacing for next time. So, I hope you all enjoy. I hope Scion watches the VOD, and I hope everyone else who didn't watch the last VOD watches the VOD or any other pieces that they may be missing, because this game's really good, and I want you all to have a complete story perspective.